Good afternoon, Canberra. Now the world is listening in, so let's give them a big one. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! London, Rome, New York, Paris has got nothing on us. Right, let's bow our heads. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Thank you, Bosi.
For those of you who pray, pray. For those of you who don't believe in prayer, pray that the ones that do pray are right. We're going to need all the help we can get. A little under 250 years ago, a small group of patriots. And what's a patriot? A patriot who knows right from wrong. A patriot loves his family, his community and his country. A patriot hates tyranny. This small band of patriots, a little under 250 years ago, met together in the United States. And they made a declaration. And it goes something like this, and forgive the errors. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure those rights, governments are instituted by men with the consent of the governed. But when those governments become destructive to the ends of the people have the right to alter or abolish that government. That Declaration of Independence led to the Revolutionary War. The Founding Fathers of the United States took control of their country from the greatest superpower of the time, Great Britain. Now, how many did they have? Did they have everyone? No. But they had enough. 20%, that's all they had, 1 in 5, which meant 4 out of 5 of the colonists were telling the Brits where Washington and his men were. And yet they still won. We don't need everybody, we just need enough. Now, this isn't quite it. What's 20% of 25 million? That's 5 million people. We need 5 million people here in Canberra within a week or two. 5 million people in Canberra. The rest of the country, drop everything you're doing. Nothing else matters from this day. We stay until we win. Ring your mates, ring the mates you don't like, ring the blokes you don't like as well. Ring your mother-in-law. Give her a shot, tell her you love her and you want to see her down here. Which mother-in-law? I don't know, I've got 3. Folks, we need 5 million people here in the nation's capital. When that happens, we win. We don't need anybody to speak for us because this is the people's movement. No politics, no politicians, just we the people. Get that number tattooed on your forehead. 5 million people. Sydney and Melbourne, get off your tails and do some work. Get down here. Not enough, not enough. 5 million people. This is a moment in history which will never be repeated. If we fuck this, we lose. Do you understand? This is our time. We either win or lose. There is no middle ground. Those bastards up there are already killing our kids. What do you think they've got in store for us next? This is the last time. This is our last throw of the dice. This is the time we come together. We need 5 million people in Canberra in the next week or so. 5 million. No room. Bring it to a fucking standstill. And the pedophile protecting politicians and the pedophile protecting judges, generals, air marshals, admirals, lawyers are going to be so shit fucking scared they're going to run. $5 million people, folks. 5 million here in Canberra in the next week or so. We have to make this happen. There is no more after this. You've seen what they had planned for us. You've seen the vaccination camps. Have you seen how they had gas pipes connecting them? Has that happened before? Don't get into the cattle cars and get shipped off like a bunch of cattle and sheep. Now you guys are good. You've got it. That's why you're here. But we got millions out there that have no idea what's going on. They need to be woken up. You've got about 2 weeks to do it max. We have to win this here and now. There are no more chances, folks. This is it. This is it. It is done. We win or we lose.
We win! Win!
Now, one thing. You've heard it before. Non-violent, non-cooperation. Under no circumstances allow them to provoke you. There are political groups here who have been infiltrated by troublemakers. The police have been infiltrated by troublemakers. The police have infiltrated this group with troublemakers. That's how the game works. Don't be naive. This is not some fucking kumbaya moment. Do not be drawn into a conflict. If something bad happens, just step to one side, because you don't know who's playing who. We saw it in Melbourne. Some brave freedom fighter getting carried down the stairs comfortably by the police. Now, who do you think the snitch was? Folks, grow up. This is not a learning moment. This is a moment in history. We win, we lose. 5 million people. If there's a problem, step away, whatever the nature of the problem, but don't back off. Hold your ground. Does that make sense? Yes. We do not move. We take Canberra. 5 million. We get 5 million. They're gone. We win. We get our country back. We might even convince the Governor-General to dissolve Parliament entirely and appoint a brand new Executive Council. And that council's one job should be to clean up the electoral system so we can have a free and fair election, the first one in 50 and 60 years. And you get to decide for the first time by whom and how you are governed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's done. You know what we've got to do? 5 million people. The rest is detail. 5 million people. We're going to finish with a prayer again, because by Christ we need all the help we can get. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil. Amen. And Lord, I apologise for the harsh words. Now folks, we are moving. We are moving from here up to New Parliament House. I'll hand over the microphone to someone who's going to coordinate it for you. Well done, everyone. Give yourselves a big one. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
All right, so I'm going to hand the mic over to Dave, who will explain the exact proceedings. But I just got a message from Captain Graham Hood, and you need to record this because he said on the top, the demand that he's going to make on Monday to the politicians, he's put it on the top, and he needed everyone to hear this, but he also, the demand needs to come from you for it to be official. You need to record this. It's only 3 words and it needs to be loud, and it goes like this. Sack them all!
Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all!
I can't hear much of a voice. I like to quit. You heard me?